Yay, I think it actually went through. So this is my moon, but it's a Pokemon inspired, like a Pokemon bowl. Ball. I said bowl. Silly. Anyway, this is um, this is what I did. I combined two different patterns. I will link them later. One was for the moon and the ball, but I adjusted to put the black belt in there. It was this yarn right here. And this was Bernat, dark gray was the color. Oh, there it is. It was this yarn. And hello, whoever's in here. And this I used. This was a random yarn. I think I got this from a mystery bag. Hi, Valentine. How are you doing? Hi, Michelle. So I made a moon because it was a full moon the other night, but it's a Pokemon ball. I keep saying bowl. I don't know why. Hi, Linda. So anyway, it is all completed now, and that's where I'm at on that. I can also show you. So that's my full moon project. Tonight we are Camille and I are doing micro crochet. And I said it's my crochet granny squares with two grannies because I thought it was funny because yeah, she's a grandma and I'm a grandma. So anyway, I'm gonna finally use some of this thread from Val. Thank you, Val. Tonight I have some ideas. Well, they're just gonna be squares for now, but I can't tell you what I'm actually making it for, the micro granny squares. No, I'm not making a whole blanket. No, I'm not doing that. So Linda, I need to actually use no, what am I trying to say? Does it have a Pokemon name? I feel like there is a moon version, but I couldn't find it. A Pokemon ball is, hi Carla, is the general name, but then there's a whole bunch of different Pokemon balls. There's like the Master Ball, the Ultra Ball. I wrote a bunch of them down the other night. I took notes. I took notes in that live. So anyway, hi. Thank you for saying hi. I don't have a good guess as to what to call you. CXX? I'll call you. Anyway, so that's, like I said, I took a moon pattern and then I adapted to add that and the belt around the middle. Anyway, oh, call you Cookie? I guess that makes sense. I get it now. Anyway, with the thread, what size hook would you all use with this? Because I've got, let me tell you what options I have. So I'm going from last night using big fat huge yarn, right, to using this tonight. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a new for me. I haven't used, the smallest hook I've used so far is 2.25 millimeters. What do you think? Oh, hi, Crafty Witch. Like, is is that small enough? That doesn't, I don't know that that's small enough. Let me do that. Does that look small enough? That's a 1.4. Or should I go smaller? Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Shanda. Or Shonda? Probably Shonda. Crafty 1.5. So this 1.4, is that okay? Or should I go up to a 1.5? Crafty Witch, what do you think? Because I've got both. I just happened to grab a 1.4. I'll set that to the side because that's a possibility. But you're thinking 1.5, huh? Let me see what. Let me find a 1.5 here. I know I've got one. I've got, look at all these like little tiny ones I've got. So, and I haven't used them yet. So I really need to use them. Where's my 1.5? I know. There we go. Okay. So there's my 1.5. That's not a whole lot. I mean, obviously it's only 1 millimeter difference, so. This nickname, Evie. Geodude, nice. Go bigger to try. Oh, because I'm new, because I haven't, like I said, the smallest hook I've ever used was a 2.25, and that is actually, okay. So that was actually on a 4-weight yarn. So this is, or an Aran weight, or worsted, or all the different names for it. This is thread. So you're saying go with the bigger hook to try. And yeah, all of them are steel. I don't have any non-metal. I do have, do I have a 1.75? Yeah. I have a 1.75. So I should probably play around with these a little bit before the live then, hey? And you would go all the way to 3 millimeter with this? Really? Go bigger. So maybe the 1.75 since I'm a beginner in the smaller stuff. We are just doing granny squares, so they're a little lot. Now, I am a very loose crocheter. Like, my stitches are very loose, which is always why I have to adapt. Not only do I have a very small head, I wear a large children's size hat, but then also I'm a loose crocheter, so I always have to adapt down the... That's number 10 thread. Yes, I believe so. They're all pretty much the same, which, let's see, is this number 10? I feel like it says somewhere on this one. They're all pretty, they look the same to me. I believe they are 10. I bet Linda could answer that for sure. I'm pretty sure it's a number 10 thread. Hi, Amethyst. All right, let me see. This one doesn't say. It just says how many yards it is. That's not very helpful. I know one of them. Oh, thank you. So my hair. This is a color depositing conditioner. So it's literally, I put conditioner in my hair, let it sit on there for 45 minutes to an hour, get in the shower, rinse it out, and it colors it like this. They do also have brown-haired color formulations. So if you have darker hair, you can do that. You don't have to have light hair or bleached hair. It's called Overtone. There is a link in the description box if you're interested. They have all the colors. I am thinking about going to bright pink, though. What do you think? I don't know. I mean, I really like the purple, but I've probably only got two, say, this lasts for about a week to 2 weeks, depending on how tough I am on the hair. Now that it's going to get warmer, you know, I'll probably have to do it more often. But anyway, let's see. Okay, 1.75. Okay. Play with the 1.75. That would be your first recommendation. So here, I'll just mess with that. Now, with thread, if you're doing a granny square micro crochet thread, because, you know, I'm not prepared enough that I actually watched a video or anything. I didn't. Do you start with a magic ring, or what do you do? Oh, thanks, Amethyst. Yes, yeah, I'm thinking about going hot pink. I have done blue before. It does not work with my skin tone. No. But yeah, I'm debating. I had at one point I had a kind of a hot pink on the top, not with this stuff, with actual like hair dye. It was hot pink in the top and kind of dark purple at the bottom. That looked cool, but like I'd have to get Arctic Fox to do that. Sorry, just woke up. I use bigger for doilies. Oh, okay. So this is going to be for a micro granny square. My question is, if you're using thread, do you do a magic ring? Or do you start your granny a different way if it's thread? I just don't know. Both ways. Mostly the chain. And do you chain 2 or 4, Linda? Because chain 4. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I'm going to try that. Hi, Reza. Is it Raza or Riza? Which way am I supposed to be saying your name? I apologize. Let's try. Let's try chain 4. But Linda doesn't tend to, Linda, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't tend to use the magic ring just generally, right? Okay, I'm trying it. I'm just playing with it here a little bit to see if I like this. I did the chain 4 method, which honestly, probably as a beginner, that's what I need to do. And then do you, for the corners, do you do a chain 1 or a chain 2? What do you recommend there? Hey, and Bridget can chime in too. Magic gets small circle. Yes, you get this tiny circle in the middle. I mean, it's small anyway. Hi, Rebecca. Becky. Oklahoma Becky, right? Okay, I typically use magic ring and chain 2. Okay, I'm trying it this way with the chains just because I am truly beginning. But I will probably tonight on the live, I will probably try, if I can manage to actually do this. I'm using the 1.75. That was a good recommendation. I think if I had gone smaller, I would be having more trouble than I am. This is where your pencil grips, I bet, have less trouble with the thread than somebody like me who literally was using giant yarn last night. We're going opposites here. All right. 1, 2. Oops. I just did a half double there. This is, yeah, it's interesting. I'm okay working with it. I can see it all right, but I do think the recommendation, I think I need 2 chains in the corner. Now, when you join on the thread, are you doing the half double crochet join and then keep going, or what's the approach? What do you recommend? How should I go forward? Be right back. Got to count. Yes, I get it. Personal preference, unless a pattern. Well, and I didn't look at a pattern, so I'm just doing it on the fly. Because if you slip stitch and turn, then you have to, you flip it, right? Then you're flipping the, here, I'll show you what I got so far. It's not, oh, sorry. So the half double, yeah, and then you chain 1. Okay, so half double crochet into the top of the chain 3 that I started with, right? That's what you're saying. And then chain 1. And then what? And then kind of go back into that space. Is that right? Like that? Am I going back into that space I just did that half double crochet? Let's see if that looks right. Oh, Jack, hi. So nice to see you. So that's my moon project. It's a Pokemon moon, which probably has a name. I should probably look it up. But yeah, that's what I made last night. I didn't have it all the way finished. I just had some details I had to do. I pretty much finished it on Camille's live last night. Do you guys put a chain space between? I'm trying micro. Chuck, look at that. That's what's going to be on my live tonight with Camille. Yeah, we were on for 4 hours. You're correct. Do you put do you do a chain 1 space, or is it not necessary? I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. I'm not having too much trouble, so I'm very relieved by that. I wasn't sure how I would do with this little tiny stuff. we'll just keep going and I'll get feedback. And then tonight I'll do a better job. That's no chain space. Okay, and that's what I did. I didn't do a chain space. Okay. And this is a slightly variegated. Very beautiful. And I will, when I finish this, and I'm getting all your feedback for tonight, and I'll probably text Camille and let her know what y'all told me, because I did send her some micros, and she's going to use embroidery floss. What hook should she use with embroidery floss? Oh, and what I was going to say is I will give you, I'll show you, even though you probably already saw my map blanket update, but I'll show that again, and then I'll show you where I'm at on my honeycomb consistent, no change. Hi, Lydia. How are you? No chain space. Okay, I'm trusting y'all that. And Bridget, do you do magic ring? I know Michelle said she does magic ring, but wow, I pulled down that chain 4. Wow, and there's like no space, which that's never the case for me in big yarn. Sorry. I just pulled it tight, and so the chain 4 might be the way I go with the thread, just since I'm still learning. That might. But hey, this week I'm gonna, oh, and Linda Spain, are you still here? If you're still here, I'm gonna say your name and see if it's right. Because she said her name and I wrote it down how I would pronounce that.
That's what she said.
Her last name, that is. I'm getting a message. Sorry, my phone is very rude. The other night, it had unbelievably perfect timing and needs to be clipped from the live from Camille's. The micro, yeah. It is micro for micro people. Yes, yes it is. It's really cute though. Look at that. Who you kisses? Okay. All right. And then let's see if I set this up correctly. I'll show you all how it looks. I'm just giving it a shot. I'm doing the half double crochet. And then chain 1. And that's what it looks like. That's 2 rounds. It's very pretty. What do you think? Oh, yes, thank you, Bridget. Yes, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah. Nice. Oh, hi, Rosie. Yeah, so that's, again, very different than the work I normally do. First of all, I very rarely do anything with granny squares. But that's really cute. It looks fancier somehow being in the thread, right? So I went ahead and used the 1.75. Since Camille is using, pull up a little bit. Is it down here? No, I put my embroidery floss up here. She's using embroidery floss. What size hook should she use? What do you think? If she's using that, what? So that I can give her that feedback. So she's ready for tonight. Depends on the number of strands she uses. Okay. Okay. So probably the 1.75 like I'm using. Now she's a slightly tighter, again, I know it's so tiny, right? And I have a tiny little hand, so that is extra tiny. We should measure it, right? Let's see how big it is. And again, I crochet very loosely. Camille's is tight to average. So 2 rounds. I know that's upside down, but it's just about 1 inch. And I'm probably very inconsistent. That was with a 1.75 hook. I might play around with the smaller ones tonight to just see. Okay, so I will ask her that question. So it depends on how many strands she uses. So I don't know. I don't recall what sizes I sent her. I think I sent her a 1.5 millimeter. I want to say a 1.4 millimeter. What would, like, I have like a 0.8 millimeter. I have a 0.6 millimeter. What would you use that for? So that's the 0.6. What would you use that for? This little tiny, that's 0.6 millimeters. Tiny would be sewing thread. Okay, sewing thread. Or one, okay. So this little tiny guy, this would be for sewing thread. And maybe one strand of embroidery floss. This stuff, one strand of this. Okay. So I might have, okay. This is another question because I got all my experts here. I need to add Michelle to something. So, okay. So, what am I trying to ask? Oh, could I do some embroidery floss, or how many strands of this would I need to use if I'm using it also with this? Oh, your pumpkin is so cute. I don't know if you've ever seen number 30 weight thread. Okay, okay. Right, because the higher numbers on thread is actually thinner, right? Can I use one strand of embroidery floss with thread, or is it too different? Okay, okay, Linda, you're here. Let's give it a shot. Suckside. Is that right, Linda? Suckside. Did I get it? I do try to really listen intently. Because again, you know, you're a teacher. Oh, yay! I listen really close because when you have so many students, you want to make sure you listen to how they pronounce their name. So, Suckside. That's how you say it. Embroidery floss would be a bit thicker. Okay. One strand would be much thinner than your cotton thread. Okay. Embroidery floss would be a bit thicker, I think. Okay. Okay, let's pull one out. You guys are helping me so much. Let's look at it. I'll just pull this beautiful coral color out. Let's pull that apart. Oh my gosh, yeah, you'd need at least, okay. So when I'm looking at that, to me it looks like 2 strands is about the same. My cat has just joined me. I will aim it down here for a sec. The cat has joined. Say hi, Missy. Anyway. I don't even have any food and she still came up here. So 2 strands of the embroidery floss look actually still a little thinner, right? That's interesting. Okay. Okay. Yes, that's my little, oh yeah, wraps per inch. Right. 3 to 4 strands. Okay. Do a wraps per inch. Michelle, I need to set something up so you can drop your channel. And I think I was messing with Nightbot. So sorry, that's probably not on right now, but I'll tag all y'all that have channels here in this video for later so people can get to you. So we got Lydia, Michelle Plays Hooky, Queen's Crafts by Bridget. All right, do wraps per inch. I'll bring her over here. So this is my cute kitty. This is Missy, and she's always into the shenanigans. I think she thinks there's food over here because of the crinkling plastic bag. I think she thinks I have snacks for her. She's probably wrong. Yeah, she's a beautiful kitty, and if you can see, she's got a half black, half white mustache, and I love it. It's not really a mustache, but you know, it's like half black and half white. It's so cute. She's a sweetie. She's, let's see, how old is she? She's about, give or take, so she's technically a tortie calico, is what she is. So she is technically a calico because she has the white as well, but she has all that tortoiseshell cat coloring otherwise. But yeah, she is a precious little kitty. Most people will refer to her as a calico because of the Havanese. I don't know what that looks like. What does a Havanese look like? Have we seen your Havanese on your um she's a beautiful little girl. So I think she's about 6 years old. I think. Yes, that's about correct. Yeah. 6, give or take. Um okay, yes. So some people like I said, I was messing with Nightbot, so I need to go in and I need to fix it so other people can drop it to their channels too. But some people will still be able to now. Good. I got some embroidery floss. Okay. So I want to go back. Thanks for the kitty compliment. She's my precious pumpkin. But the big fat orange one is her actual biological child. She kind of acts like she doesn't know he exists. And she's mostly just, she mostly ignores him. It's, cats are weird. I love them. They're great. And it's not like they fight very often or anything. If they're going to get in a fight, it's about food. Split it down to the right size. Okay. And Aunt Lydia is like, yes, I have Aunt Lydia. I have some Aunt Lydia as well. Right up here. No, this one's Grandma's Best. I swore I had some Aunt Lydia. Hold on. Did I not have any Aunt Lydia? Did I just have Grandma's Best? Is this Aunt Lydia? No, this is America's Best. I thought one of these was Aunt Lydia. Nope, they're all Grandma's Best. Yeah, they're all Grandma's Best. Oh my, sorry, should be. That's where I was looking. That's where most of the thread is, but some of it's here. Anyway. Oh, that's your pup? That's your pup, Chuck? Oh, so cute. Okay, that'll be cute. Oh, Avenese is a dog. See, I didn't even know that. Sorry. So yeah, this is, let me show you the popcorn stitch honeycomb blanket that I'm working on. So you can see that what I'm doing is I'm creating popcorn stitches and double crochets to make it look like a honeycomb. And then over here is the sky and some clouds. I just added a cloud. So I'm going to add a cloud that looks like a bee instead of doing like a bee. It'll be a cloud that's shaped like a bee because I thought that would be really cute. But that's it. I think that's really helping the texture pop out by adding that. I know, right? The color, this color, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I have to do popcorn stitch because it looks like popcorn. This is my second ball. This is part of why I'm adding the blue and then this fluffy white. I don't even know what this is. This came in a yarn haul I got with it. Right. It's buttered popcorn, right? Linda sucks seed. Hold on. I'll have to look at my right. I'll have to practice it again. The pronunciation. Anyway, yeah, no, I do like if I had more of it. This colorway is called. This is Bernat Baby Blanket. Like I said, I'm on the second ball here. I saw 100% polyester and my brain read 100% popcorn. That's funny. Okay, so this is 220 yards, 10.5 ounces. It's rated a super bulky 8mm crochet hook is what's recommended. I am, however, using a 9mm. And what else was I going to say? Oh, what the name is. It's like chicks and ducks. No. Chicken bunnies is the name of this. I get the chick, like chicks. But I thought, how perfect for Easter. But yeah, 100% looks like like you could eat a bowl of popcorn, right? But you can see that it's the natural light is really helping to see that popcorn stitch. Is so awesome. But yes, this blanket is my design, and then of course my pride and joy is this one. I have to make myself one of these because it's so pretty. The map. So that's Asia. You can see the top, the edge of the heart is starting to curve. That's Asia. And then Japan and kind of the islands in that area. Australia, New Zealand, Madagascar, Africa. I'm almost done with Africa. Down here, South America. And then I have Antarctica at the tip of the heart. And then I did the yellow. This is ice cream yarn, not divigation, not the roving divigation, just ice cream yarn. It's a 3-weight yarn in the colorway lemon meringue, and it was to kind of represent like the sunshine behind the globe. But yes, I love it so much. It's so pretty. But like I said, I'm making myself one, and I'm going to use a topographical map, and I'll be doing even more color changes on that one. Can really see, right? You can really see the texture on this one, right, Linda Snyder? That's what you were saying. Saxida, I remembered. The other Linda Snyder. This is what you're saying. You can really see it now, like the actual popcorn popping out. Like I said, I think it's the natural sunlight coming from this window over here that's helping to see that. I feel like my hair color shows a lot better in the natural sunlight too. But yeah, I'm very happy with both of these blankets. This is working up really quick. I was glad this was very quick. And then tonight we're doing this micro. But you said to do some wraps per inch to determine how many of the embroidery floss threads to use to match this 10 thread, right? That's what y'all said. Okay. Ice cream yarns are your favorite. So I really like ice cream roving divigation, but there are some major downsides to it. I mean, I think it's fun. It's really hard to pull back, and that's what you would do. Yeah, so thank you. I really appreciate that. Because if I'm going to want to mix them, which is possible, for what I want to end up doing with using the micro for, I might, or just eyeball for it. Yes, like I was kind of doing. I thought 2 was enough, but I actually think it'll take 3, which is half. Is that right? That's 4. See, I think it's 3. Like eyeballing it wise, I'm shocked that Linda Snyder is suggesting eyeballing. That to me looks the same thickness. Let me pull this up. Those look the same thickness. So for me, it looks like it's 3 strands of the embroidery floss is the same. Yeah, no, I don't. What I plan to eventually do with all of this, it does not have to be perfectly fitted. Now, when I use, excuse me, I'm going to grab it. When I use this one, like you all said, to make some kind of top, see, that looks thicker. That looks thicker than that. Oh, yeah, that's a lot thicker to me. I mean, it feels thicker. Is that thicker? Is that blue thicker? Maybe not. I need to do a wrap. No, it's definitely thicker, but I can only see that in person. Oh no, it's just spun really tight, which means it is actually thicker, right? Yeah, anyway. This one is for something completely. I'm going to make a top. I'm going to try it, guys. I'm going to try to make a top. All of this is cotton. It says it's cotton on the inside. Anyway, so your eyes not. Yeah, I get that, Michelle. If I needed precision, if they needed to be perfect, but actually for what I'm using it for, some imperfection is actually probably ideal. Because this, like my first, it pulled out. I didn't pull out a, let me do this again. Pull through there. Okay. So you can see, like that's, you can tell it wasn't total consistent tension or anything. That kind of imperfection would be good. Would actually make what I'm trying to make look better. So, but I might actually hook down. I might, now that I ran through this, I think I could go to the 1.5 and be comfortable. I didn't like crocheting with floss. Okay. Oh, with embroidered floss. Yeah. And this just somehow, well, it's like holding strands of yarn together, right? When you're having to separate the embroidery floss, first of all, if you're not separating it, it's going to be splitty. But then if you are separating it, it's like holding pieces of yarn together, right? So there are disadvantages to that. But I have a lot more colors of embroidery floss than I do of, I have some, well, look at this one. This one might be my favorite. This one I will definitely make some granny squares out of. But yeah, it's, I think did my chat go. If you could remember to like. My husband is currently being a proper British chef. He's making Yorkshire pudding and he's making a lamb roast. And I can't remember, roasted potatoes. I know he's making something else. Yeah, because he doesn't have to work tonight because he's doing a training this week. So he's not on his graveyard schedule that he normally is. So I'm getting thoroughly spoiled before the last one, a doily. This one. You would do a doily with that one? Tuna casserole, maybe. Yeah, that's the other end of the spectrum. I used to love tuna casserole, but recently I don't know. I don't like it as much. Maybe because I like tuna steak more than I like that kind of tuna. The rennet cakes. I missed Bridget's comment. Let me go back. Put a bead on the embroidery thread. Ah, okay. That's helpful. We will want to mention that to Camille later tonight too. I feel like I still missed something. What did I miss? Okay, I think. Oh, hi, Jill. I popped on because I was showing this. That I finished this last night, shortly after the live with Camille. It's a Pokemon ball, but it's a moon. So the craters. So I combined two patterns to make that. So I was doing that. So big fat yarn last night. And now I'm doing this little tiny micro that I'm trying for the very first time. Watching while I clean up. Oh, perfect. Yes. And that's why I love the experienced people that help Camille and I out. I've been like legitimately crocheting, even though I learned very young, really legitimately crocheting items only since February of 2021. So just about 4 years. And Camille, I believe she said she's been crocheting again, very similar. She had learned, but didn't do anything with it. And I think she's only been doing it for about 2 years. So, yeah, so this is my first attempt at micro, and with the help. Yes, somebody said it looked like, so especially if you look at it this way, it looks like a diver mask or like an astronaut helmet, right? The craters are fun, right? So those are surface crochet. So that's how, and I just kind of randomly picked where to put them, other than this one that I used this one to hide the seam, like, you know, when you're changing colors and you're going in the round. So yeah, I'll make sure to link the 2 patterns that I combined, and maybe write the notes which rows I did the black on. And this is the yarn I did the black with it, which I really ended up liking. It's a Lion Brand yarn, Hometown USA. It does not look very new. It's probably from one of the many. I had many friends and family members that destashed by giving all of it to me. I had one friend that gave me 4 very large boxes of yarn. I had about the equivalent of that. One of my friends' moms gave her about double or triple that, and then she gave me about 4 boxes of that. This is called Cambridge Tweed. I do really like this yarn. I think I might have to make a hat out of that too. It's super cute. But that is acrylic. This is blanket. This is dark gray blanket yarn, and this came from a mystery bag somewhere. This, I will talk about this thread real quick. This all came from my crochet club ladies, or Val, who was in the chat earlier. She had gone to an estate sale, and the estate sale said, do the red doily of Mary's. Okay, Dorothy, thank you. That's a good recommendation. Flip that over. No, that's the right way. What was I saying? Oh, Val and I think it's Colleen both went to, I'll hold that up again. Val and Colleen, they the estate sale, it was advertised as having more yarn than Joanne. And they said that was not false advertisement. They had a lot more yarn than Joanne, the store that's going out of business here in the U.S., for those of you not in the U.S. Anyway, so they went to this estate sale, bought a ton of yarn, and then I guess on the Sunday, I don't remember if they went on Friday or Saturday to get the yarn. On Sunday, the lady in charge of the estate sale contacted them and said, we'll give you all the yarn that that doesn't sell. And so these ladies from the crochet club took pictures of stuff and said, let us know what you want. And I knew I needed thread, and I had none. So I went ahead and told them, hey, I would love some crochet thread. And Val in particular, she's like, take that skinny stuff. I don't want that. I really probably should have taken more off of her hands. I think she's found homes for it, though. Anyway, so that's my Pokemon Moon. I do believe there is a Pokemon Moon, but I could not find one quickly, and I wanted to just get it knocked out. Hi, Lisa. And Pop looks like, is that like K-pop? I'm not sure. That's what that picture looks like. Anyway, so this was just fun, and the craters, like I said, it's just surface crochet, which I did have a request to show that, how to do that. So I have a list, and Linda succeed. That wasn't quite right that time. I am going to show a double magic ring. Now, the reason Obviously with this thread, I don't see it being a problem, but if you ever have a problem with your magic rings pulling apart, if you do a double magic ring, if you do a double magic ring, it won't come apart. It just can't. So I will do a tutorial. Expect that to be sometime this week. My yarn management is I've got a bunch of balls that fell apart, balls of yarn that is. So I need to wind up some yarn that fell apart. I did say hi to Lisa, right? Yes. Yes, I said hi to Lisa. Lisa, I don't know. Are you in the U.S.? I don't recall. I think you're not. I think you're maybe Australian. Is that right? What time is it in Australia? I don't know. And if you're curious, you can drop your weather in your city, weather in the zip, whatever you feel comfortable with. Like Dorothy's from Tasmania, so she can put weather Tasmania and it will pull up the weather. Just if you're curious. So yeah. What was used? Double magic ring. Yes. Yes. It will be this. I will get it done this week, Linda. Saksaida. Sorry. All right. So yes, you are Australian. Okay. I've watched enough videos. I made the assumption, but I wasn't totally sure. Now, my husband's originally from Belfast, for the few of you that might not know that. And he has almost no accent. I only hear his accent when he's talking to his family, but yes, I'm getting lots of practice saying your name because then it will stick. I will remember. Yes, Michelle, the double magic ring can be rough. Oh, Melbourne. Oh, okay. Melbourne. Oh, it's pleasant there. So the other day, we had, when I put in my weather, Denver, so I'm in Colorado, in the Denver metro area, it said 7%. 7% humidity. It was so dry. It is so dry here. Not all the time, but a good portion of the time. So dry. Hey, Thrifty. All right, so, anyway, what was I going to say? But yes, I will make sure the double magic ring, that's one of them that I need to get done. And then there's something, invisible decrease. The way I do the invisible decrease, not that you can typically see it I literally don't know where the decreases are. I would assume, yeah, you can't see them. Sometimes when you decrease on an amigurumi, you can see kind of like a little bit of a ridge. And so I finally learned this way. I wish I could tell you who I learned it from, but I don't remember. It's you go down through the first front loop and then up through the second front loop. But I'll show that one too. So those two are on my list. But my yarn management is going to be winding up balls that have fallen apart. Here, I'll show you. Look at this. So this ball completely fell apart. So I need to wind it up because I'm not putting this back on the shelf like this. That's ridiculous. So I've got 3 of them like this that I need to take care of so that I can put them back. But yes. Oh yes, it is Palm Sunday, isn't it? I don't know how that dry weather. Yeah, right? Right, Linda? In Spain and probably in Norway as well. It was not ever that dry. It's strange. You need a lot of lotion. I need so much lotion on my skin. I mean, you can even see it. Like, I'm so dry. Because I didn't like fully lotion up today. But anyway, yes. Right? It just 7% is, yeah. You have to super duper hydrate. Because if you don't, your skin is literally going to flake off. It's terrible. It's terrible. But it's nice when we get to, if we actually have 75% or whatever. I just wanted to show you this shirt because this is my sense of humor. So that's a cat pushing the Van Gogh sunflowers off the table. I just think it's hilarious. Anyway, dry skin. Oh, yes, Michelle. If you have dry skin in Houston, you would just need to lather up with, like, coat your body in Vaseline or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's bad. It's not usually. Isn't that fun? I just love it. It's so my sense of humor. Oh, for those of you also that don't know this about me, I like to paint, and I very much like Van Gogh style. So this is a wine bottle that I cleaned and then got the label off, and then you take baking soda and water, and you kind of like make a paste, and like it basically scratch the surface so the acrylic paint will stick. But I like to paint not just to paint, like I have a lot of paintings too. Okay, I'm gonna, Chanelope's gonna come down here. Ugh. Okay, I call her Chanelope because she has a big old dent in her chin. So I did not make this hat. This is a mystery hat. It just showed up at my house one day. Somebody said it's slip stitches. That's what that stitch is slip stitches. I don't know. It's real cute, but it just showed up at my house, and I have 2 biological daughters. I have 3 stepdaughters. None of them claimed it. I don't know, but that's Chanelope. Yeah, she came that way. So Chanelope is the name I decided I liked. I think, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, right? The Care Bear's going to throw my F-bomb at me. Yes, there you go. Yes, I very much like Van Gogh. This is my favorite. And this is a paper mache pumpkin that I painted. The tutorial was by the Art Sherpa. And it was on a canvas, but then I just figured out how to put it onto this paper mache pumpkin, and then I just painted the leaves. But yeah, that's one of my other passions. A lot. I do enjoy it. I don't get to do this very much. I have so much crochet going on all the time that I hardly get to do it. So my tackle-it, I'll give you a preview of my tackle-it for you that haven't seen this. This is a quiet book I made for or a baby book, or I don't remember all the names for it. For my granddaughter and grandson. My granddaughter just turned 3 and my grandson turned 14 months today. Anyway, so it's got magnets in it so it can play peekaboo. My 3-year-old granddaughter is super into dinosaurs. If you didn't see that video, you know that about her. And it's got crinkles in it. It's got crinkles. Oh, that one needs to get sewed down a little bit. I'll fix that too. So that'll be part of my tackle-it as well. Well, this is the piece, the little metal that I use to make the neck stand up straight. It's kind of popping out the top, so I have to just do some things to make sure that doesn't stay. And the other side of this page is super cute. It has a little baby dinosaur that has a rattle. And oh, the volcano is fun too. So you can make the volcano explode and then just like pull it back down. And then over here is our T-Rex. He has a rattle and his tooth is too cute. That's how the pattern was. This is a pattern that I don't think I changed anything on except this right here. This is the only thing I added to this pattern. I actually followed a pattern. I'm very bad about following patterns. I usually like this one, I just put 2 patterns together. It's just a thing. But I have some things to fix in that book because my grandson is obsessed with that book. So I need to put it back together. Okay, I will check that out. And Chuck, thank you so much, Linda. Chuck, let me know if you want me to show it in the live later. So in an hour and a half, is that right? Or 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. I'll be on my channel live with regular horizontal, and we're going to be micro crocheting, Camille and I called it micro crochet granny squares with 2 grannies, because she's a granny too. So some tape over the wire. Yeah, so I want, maybe what I'll do is I'll kind of like force it up through there more, put some tape on it, and then kind of shove it back down. I'll figure it out. It's a moisture on it. Some tape. It's a moisturizing balm. Yo. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll look. Yeah, I'll definitely look at that, because I have dry skin issues. I do not understand how my husband, who is from Belfast, Northern Ireland, humid climate his whole life, how he lives in Colorado and has no dry skin problems. I don't get it. Like, how? Like, it's one thing if you like grow up here and like you're always dry, but like, how can you go from being humid to living in this super dry climate, and it doesn't bother him? He's like, I don't hardly ever use lotion. I'm like, how? How? I just don't know. He has liquid reserve. That's it. And Chuck, he is down there being my proper husband, as he should be. He's, barefoot in the kitchen, not really barefoot, but he is in the kitchen. He's making Yorkshire pudding and a lamb roast, and he drinks. I wish he hydrated more. I wish water. He definitely has moments. Oh, that's true, Michelle. My issues could be more hormonal. That's true. I'll work on. Yes, do work on your moon project. Oh, yes, I know that's got to be stressing you out. Three projects is not Linda Snyder's favorite. That's how I feel, having these 2 major projects. For those of you that just came in, and Michelle, I will, like I said, I'll tag you, because I was messing around with Nightbot, so things are a little different. So I'll have to tag you later. But I just, that popcorn stitch is showing so well, and that it's a honeycomb. You can really see it. And then the clouds and the sky. And so the sky will progressively work its way down. And then the honeycomb, I'll get it just as wide as I can, because this is all I have left of this, what should have been named buttered popcorn colorway, but it's actually chicks and bunnies. I see the chicks. I do not necessarily see the bunnies. I guess the bunnies are the tan. I don't know. Buttered popcorn would have been a better name. More correct name, right? Because that's what it looks like. So I had to do a popcorn stitch with that. But there's that one. Now, I know a lot of you saw this, because I saw there were a lot of views on the short, but this is my favorite, and I will make myself one too. This is it's a heart. It's going to be a heart shape map. So this is Asia, Japan, and all the other islands that would be there. Australia, New Zealand, Madagascar, Africa. Africa's almost done, but not quite. It's got a couple more rows, I think, 2 more rows. South America over here. Antarctica here at the tip of the heart. And then this is corner to corner style, so I've been teaching corner to corner tips as I go, as I run into something that's corner to corner. So yeah, whip is your new thing. Yeah. Tasmania, Dorothy, if I can figure out how I could just put like 1 strand. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Linda. Saida. Hold on. Saxaida. I appreciate it. Yes, if I wanted to, like, I didn't represent, say, Indonesia or Malaysia or all those islands that are up along the bottom of Asia there, or Tasmania, because I couldn't quite figure out. So maybe on the one I make for myself, I can do that, Dorothy. I want to figure out, can I just And I probably can. Can I just put one? Let me grab it. So imagine I've got my little block of chain 3 and 3 double crochets, right? If I can just do like that center one as a color. New Zealand should be 2 squares. Yes, I know. I was looking at the, again, what it really should be like to be proportionally correct, it should be like 2 and then 2 kind of to the side, right? Because New Zealand kind of goes like this. Am I remembering right? I did look at a map pretty thoroughly. I did the design all by myself on, well, I did an inspiration pick and then completely adapted. Because the pick I was inspired by, the picture I was inspired by was cartoony. I didn't love it. It's 2 separate islands. Okay. Oh, Tasmania is 2 islands? Or no, New Zealand is 2 islands. Okay. Well, I just need to figure it out. What I did learn, though, I did learn that, because I was like, oh, if I'm doing New Zealand, should I do Madagascar? I did discover that actually the island of Madagascar is larger than the islands together of New Zealand, which that was surprising. I had no idea. So I'm learning my geography as I'm doing this, but I'm super happy with it. I designed that on Stitch Fiddle. When it's complete, I will put out a tutorial, not really a full tutorial, because again, I'm doing all these tips and tricks, but put it all together, and I will put out that you can link to the graph if you wanted to do one for yourself. The next one I'm doing, the one I'm doing for myself, I'm using some of my favorite yarn. For the background yellow, I'm using Colorama Halo and beeswax, which they don't make anymore, but I have somebody, Armchair Chef Lori, that can give me some if I do run out. So, but yeah, I am going to try to get it more representative. I just need to figure out how to do those single double crochets to really enhance it, but not make it like too chaotic in the size that I'm doing. Maybe what I need to do for my own also is maybe I need to go a few more squares so I can get a little more space in there to create like things like I said, like Malaysia and Indonesia and all those are islands, right? Kind of like along the bottom of Asia there. I think like I said, I looked at a lot of geography. Every single the baby won't notice. No, that's why I'm saying for myself, I might like to do the more precise version, and I want to use different yarns to represent different kind of terrain and stuff. And so it'll be, the one I do for myself will be a little extra. We'll call it what it is. It'll be a little over the top, as if that isn't a little over the top. But anyway, that's yeah, yeah, I'll get there. But yes, and hopefully I do want to, not this, but I do want to show how I painted a ball of yarn. I didn't even watch a tutorial, so I painted a ball of yarn on a little wood placard. So, what were you kidding about, Linda? Oh, no, you're right, though. The baby wouldn't notice. I mean, the parents are just going to be thrilled. They're going to just freaking love it. I'm not worried about that. It's just my own, I think, do a more accurate size proportion. Yeah. Oh, so tapestry. So to do it as tapestry is what you're thinking, Bridget, if I wanted it more precise. You're probably right. Because then I could get the little dots of islands in there and represent a lot more countries that way. Oh, what I was saying, that it's crazy. Like every single globe map I looked at, other than the one I have on my wall that my husband and I have pins there's 3 different colors. There's countries he's been to, that's one color. There's countries I've been to, that's one color. And then countries we've been to together. So if we've both been there but not together, it gets 2 pins. But if we've been there together, it gets that 1 color pin. Anyway, that map had Antarctica, but almost none of the maps I looked at, or these like images, had Antarctica. I understand. It's scientists and penguins. I get it. But it's huge. It's huge. So, like, why wouldn't you represent it? And it was kind of fun. And I showed how you can do, this is a 6-weight yarn. This is a 3-weight yarn. Everything else is a 4-weight yarn. So what is that? 3 DK. Is it called super chunky? Is that the right term for the 6-weight? And then Aran weight yarn, or worsted. Sorry, worsted is the more correct. Anyway. Oh, that's cool, Bridget. That's a great idea. Future state. Yes. Yes. You know, honestly, Linda, if I did it as tapestry, I would feel more confident submitting it to the state fair. I would, because then the different weight yarns would not, in single crochets, I wouldn't be as like inconsistent with my tension. So that's all of that is problematic. Is that the right word? Anyway, that's why I've been hesitant to enter anything. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, the one that I make for myself, I probably should take it to the next level and maybe go ahead and submit it and see. Yes, as Bridget suggested. Where did Bridget? Yes, the tapestry. Yeah, I think it would need to be at the right level for that. Again, for the precision of it, the design is beautiful. But to get it to be, because of how inconsistent my own tension is, and because I mix yarns, yarn weights, I know that's very not common. It's more acceptable in that kind of situation where you're doing the tapestry stitch, the back loop only, and I have done it before, the single crochet. See, I love that, Bridget, that you do that. That's amazing. I have done that. Oh no, I'm using my phone. So in tonight's live, I will show my son-in-law's blanket that I made, that's single crochet back and forth, or tapestry stitch, which is back loop yarn under single crochet, and it does actually align the stitches more, as opposed to like they're slightly, to the side. But yeah, I like, you don't have enough ideas. Y'all know how much heavy cream I have over here. For those of you who don't know, I call bags, project bags, things I haven't started, but I have all the yarn for. They're in a project bag ready to be whipped up, as in a work in progress, but they haven't been whipped, so they're heavy cream. So I have a bunch of heavy creams. Yes, exactly. That's a problem. I don't have enough time. The pica. I love Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I don't remember that. I vaguely remember the county fair. I don't remember the pies. I'll have to check that out. I will watch that. One of my friends actually met, is her name Jane Seymour? Is that actress? Anyway, she actually met her and has a picture with her. Little boy put everything in it. It's like chocolate. You want? Sometimes that's what you need to do, right, Chuck? You just got to put it all in there. That's, yeah. Well, I think I think what I'm realizing is I'm a lot less conventional or traditional, or I don't know what the right term is, than I think. Pattern sewing ideas. Yeah, right. You have all the patterns too, the sewing stuff. I only mend stuff with sewing. I don't know how to sew things to put together. Push the boundaries. Yes, exactly. And I guess I didn't know you're not supposed to be able to do that. Oh, you're just a beginner. I never thought of it that way. So I just have been doing things. That's what my Throwback Thursdays are all about. You saw where I started. Hopefully you saw this week's. This week's was the second blanket, third item I made in 2021. Again, when I really started crocheting, and it was the yarn from the actual first blanket that I made that was so trapezoidal that I frogged the whole thing and made it. Yes, I jump in the deep end. Yeah, I guess that's what I do. Just like but I'm glad I got a little head start on the micro, cuz that's so cute. And now in my head I can like picture how beautiful that would be as a top. Oh, thank you, Shantae. This is called Overtone. It's a it's a color depositing conditioner. So it's not a dye. It's like you literally put the conditioner in your hair and let it sit for, I usually try to let it sit for an hour if I can. Kind of gets kind of stiff or whatever. Hop in the shower, rinse it out, and your hair is colored. And it's like, it smells like spearmint gum. It smells like Wrigley spearmint gum. It's so nice. Yeah. Oh, hi, Shatika. Yeah, so yeah, there's a link in the description box. There should be, to the Overtone, and they do have brown hair formulations as well, because obviously if you don't have light, I have fairly light hair but not totally light hair. You don't have to have light hair or bleach hair, but just get the brown hair formula, and it will show better if you do that. So yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, so I appreciate the, like, it's kind of funny that I literally, from last night, I went from making this in big fat yarn to today making this in little tiny thread. It's awesome. Yes, I probably will go here in a couple minutes. Make sure to hit the like. It looks like most people have. And thanks for saying hi if you're stopping in. But yeah, the micro is what I just gave a shot tonight. Let's see. So in 2 hours, I'll be coming on live with my friend Camille from Camille's Creations. It'll be my channel tonight, and we're gonna be crocheting more of these micro granny squares. And I got some advice for us here. She's gonna be using embroidery floss. I don't know what color, but I figured out that I need 3 strands of embroidery floss to match. Thank you. 9 p.m. Eastern. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Lurking and working. Okay, Becky, thanks. And you're another one I need to fix something to make it easier for you. So anyway, I'll make sure I link you down. And now is Rebecca K Crochet, is that the channel you want me to tag? Is that where you're putting your crochet work? I think it is. It is, right? That's where you put it. Yes, okay. Okay, I will make sure to add that in this description box when I go. Let's see. It says an hour and 14. I'll maybe go 1 more minute. Anyway, it was I was just showing somebody this. Okay, if you missed it, I made a cat toy that's a mouse. I made a tutorial for it if you're interested in doing that. I need to go in and watch Becky's stuff. I watched a couple minutes, but then something happened and I didn't watch anymore. So my cats love it very much. I had to kind of hide it from them to be able to show it today. So yeah, you can make a cat toy. Or, as was suggested, stick a squeaker in it and it's a dog toy, or put crinkle paper in it, it's a dog toy or a baby toy. But this tutorial was on my channel on Wednesday, so yes, Linda, and I'll make sure that Linda Saida. I'll make sure that Camille knows how to say your name. You go get some sleep. Enjoy your week off. Enjoy your vacation week, and that'll be great. And yes, need an orange and white one stuffed really fat. Yes, there you go. Yes, that would be perfect. Do I still have orange and white? I used to have to match my kitty, right? That's what you're saying, my fatty catty. I used to have an orange and white variegated cotton. That would have been perfect. Yeah, I can't wait to hear her saying it with her accent too. It'll be great. It'll be great. So yes, you get some rest and enjoy. Yes, my fatty catty. I love that idea, Linda. I love it. I don't have any orange or, I mean, I have white and I have off-white and I have yellow, but I do not have any orange cotton right now. That's very unfortunate because that would be perfect. Because I do have two cats. I know the one cat, she likes to make an appearance. He almost never shows up for the lives because, you know, he's Garfield. Not really. Not. I should have named him that, but anyway, yes, I will. I just carried my comment to your video. It was Lori and the double magic ring. Yes. No, that's, yeah. That's fine. Yeah, and I will, I promise that'll be this week. Probably anticipate that on Wednesday, which is drop really early on Wednesday. So the evening on Wednesday for you, I think. I think that's how it works out, or maybe afternoon. You're at least in the same day most of the time, whereas Dorothy, she's Dorothy from Tasmania. She is, and Lisa is also from, she said she was from Melbourne, so Australia. Anyway, I'm just chatterboxing. So yes, 9 p.m. Eastern. Match that up with whatever time zone, or it's in my lives tab marked, so it'll show you the correct time for where you're at for the live that we're going to do later, and we're going to do more micro. So, but yes, I will go. Becky's always the one that knows the trivia answers most of the time. Today I was just lucky. It was just coincidental that I knew a lot of the answers. That was kind of funny. All right. I appreciate all of you coming in, and I see that there's still several people here. I'll do it. One last show off of the Pokemon Moon and my popcorn honeycomb blanket. That's the top. You can really see the nice honeycomb popcorn stitches. The daylight really helps, the natural light there. And then one last look at the beautiful map blanket. It's so pretty. But I'm more than halfway. I believe I looked the other day and I have 40 rows to go, and they're all shorter and shorter, so it should be done soon. Yes, and there's Camille's channel. I have it set on a timer to drop, so anyway, yes. Well, I will see you guys in a couple hours. Yeah, I should definitely go. It's 5 o'clock. I know we're going to have dinner here soon because my husband is awesome. I wish I could clone him for those of you that would want one. Anyway, see you all later. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll get some people tagged that, as again, I was messing around with Nightbot. So yeah, anyway, so we'll see you later. Yes, clone him. Yes. I'll figure that out. I like science. No, my son-in-law's in biomedical engineering. I'm going to get him on that. Because yes, He is clonable. He's wonderful. I I wouldn't trade him for anything. Sorry about that. I was bouncing that. Yes. All right. I will. Yes, I will get my son-in-law working on that. And yes. And he has to be older, right? The clone can't be like newborn. The clone needs to be full grown, ready to go. Ready to go, ready to cook, ready to make all the meals, right? Yeah, and he does housework. He's amazing. It's a good thing because with my lovely head, okay, 25 is okay. All right, gotcha. Full grown, capable of doing all the things, but could be 25. Okay, I'll get my son-in-law on that. Love it, Chuck. All right, I really should definitely go because I can tell dinner is almost ready, and I want to make sure I have more cleanup and setup time for the live tonight. The plan tonight, just so you know, is we're hoping we got it worked out last night that you can see Camille and I, and you can see our hand cameras. So it'll be 4 things. It won't be a vertical. It'll be a horizontal, and restream. We're hoping we got it worked out so that we can do that, because I think that would be fun. So you could see if it doesn't work, well, we'll figure it out. But we're gonna give it a shot. So 4 cameras, 4 little squares or whatever. We'll make whoever big or whatever big that we need to. We'll make it work out. But yes, I will put it on my list. Chuck needs a clone that is 25 years old. All right. Okay. You guys are all awesome. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.